think we're live now. That was weird. Hello, everyone. We are here.
Discord notification.
We are live. Hopefully, that is just the thing saying I'm live. I don't know. Because it sets up to do my YouTube videos. Where's Discord? Or maybe that weird glitch went through. Don't switch. So let's see what it says on. Oh. Bum, bum, bum. I can't tell. Oh, it's our live. That was fun. I have no. Okay, whatever. Anyway, Jennifer's here. Hi, Jennifer. Turn that back off and put this back up here. How you doing today, Jennifer? I know I got an email from you. I was looking. I have Deb and you and Chef Lori and Elaine sent me stuff. Somebody else. 2 or 3 other people. So all the last minute entries, I guess 3 days. Today, yesterday, and the day before, I've gotten a whole bunch of emails with penguins. I'm excited about them and they're cute. So what are you working on before you go to work, or are you just getting ready for work?
The way it smells kind of reminds me of a cereal from my childhood, and I can't place what one.
I don't know.
I'm Fruit Loops.
Oh, there's a little bit of a Fruit Loop smell. Okay, I am making a bookmark. So, no work this week.
Yay, week off.
Glad you don't have work unless that's a bad thing. You said you were moving. Is that why you're not working, or is it just a week off?
Well, I put too much sugar in.
That's probably why it smells like Fruit Loops.
You're right, it probably is. It tastes good, but it's a little too sweet.
If it's too sweet and it was a kind of tea I would drink, I would like it.
I don't like Earl Grey. At least I think this is Earl Grey. It might be Lady Grey. Does it say on this thing?
I wouldn't know.
It does not. It's one of the grays. Because the grays have bergamot in them.
Oh, that would explain the smell.
Mm-hmm.
That mixed with sugar. Because of moving and because of the 4th of July.
Ah.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I was looking at the calendar this week and I was like, oh, the 4th of July is this week. Whoops. I knew that tomorrow was the 1st of July because I knew that the MAL was ending today for June, but my brain didn't register all of the events that happen in July. For instance, my daughter's birthday is next Monday.
I'm so fascinated this year. I have such a detachment from the 4th of July, just like I used to.
I'm wondering if the kids have anything they want to do to celebrate here at home. Unless Zach goes and buys fireworks, we're not going to have any fireworks, which is okay with me. I don't like them. We'll have neighbors to watch fireworks for anyway. I was supposed to move this weekend, but it is getting pushed back to next weekend. Did you say you were moving like to a different state? That sounds like a big move. That did not go as planned. What did you do?
Did you know that you're not supposed to make tea with boiling water? Because you'll scorch the tea and it'll lose a lot of its healthy properties.
Okay.
She said, yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Sounds like a big move.
Mm-hmm.
I hope everything goes well for your move. So, does it mean you're changing jobs?
Hi, Angela. She
What'd she
says,
say?
hi, Michele and ShiAnne and everyone in the chat. How are y'all doing tonight? I'm doing fine tonight, drinking water. Did you get my penguin picture?
I did.
Elbow bump, elbow bump, elbow bump.
I did get your penguin picture. I knew there was somebody else that I didn't name. I was like, I got a whole bunch, but I just didn't get replies to people. All right, Angela, what are you working on now?
Well, Jennifer, no, my job travels with me.
Ah, okay. That did a weird section right there. Oh well. I think it ended up, it's supposed to be a seed stitch, which means I alternate between pearls and...
Speaking of, did he fall asleep?
I alternate between pearls and knits, but right through there I've got a knit on top of a knit. So that row looks funny. Hopefully you don't mind.
I don't think he noticed.
He will if he watches the video and he's like, oh, look, that's what she was talking about.
I don't know if he watches the replays.
I don't know.
I could try
Nothing right now.
He will be upset if he doesn't at least get to say hi.
The mal for next month, that's tomorrow, mal for July.
I swear I just had it.
Is
Where'd
that
my phone go?
the thing you forgot?
Aha, I found it.
Okay. The mal for next month is flags. Something that is inspired by a flag or make a flag. And it doesn't matter what kind of flag. It can be a garden flag. It can be a country flag, state flag. I'm actually doing something inspired by what would have been an old English flag if they would have had them. But they did. It was the banner that was worn, apparently, according to at least mythology, it was the banner that they wore, a certain king wore into battle when he went to battle against the people of Wales.
Why is my phone doing weird things?
I don't know.
It's not very helpful.
And I'm trying to make a bookmark really quickly tonight.
Okay, flags.
Yep. Can be inspired by it. So like if I decided to make a 4th of July thing for my cat, it'd be inspired by the 4th, the country's flag. There's the state flag. There's pride flags, and what other kind of flags are there? I thought about making
white
those
flags.
Yeah, wave the white flag. Look, I'm making a white flag. Just kidding.
That's not a flag.
It's not a flag, but it's inspired by a white flag. No,
it's not.
No, it's not. But it could have been.
Could have been.
I was thinking about. I realized the word I was looking for last week was bunting.
Bunt.
Yes, bunting is when they have. Usually, a lot of times it's like gunny sack material, but it's the triangles that then get strung.
I thought it was a cake.
That's a bunt cock.
Are you weak?
Yeah. No.
The Christian flag?
Is there a Christian flag? I don't know anything about that. I would love to know what that is.
Hi, Linda.
And Michelle. Hi, Michelle.
Oh,
and hi,
Michelle.
Linda.
I am not reading the names. I just see hi and I'm like, hi.
Yeah. Linda and Christian. Not Christian. Linda and Michelle. Michelle mentioned a Christian flag.
You read the wrong thing.
I read the wrong thing.
I was awake. What happened?
You came into this room and the lights are weird.
Oh, right.
I am going to have to
so
look that up. Or, Michelle, if you can send me a picture of one. I'm really curious about that. Or Cheyenne will look it up. Cheyenne's looking it up.
That's why I have my phone.
Oh.
That's why I bring it on, is because people reference things I have no clue what are.
Aha. Cheyenne may have found a pattern that she wants to make with some of the yarn that Chef Lori gave her. That's exciting.
I've been trying to find something that's cute enough to wear with that yarn. Because that yarn, I really love that yarn.
Yeah. And
seriously,
that'll be a good wearables yarn too. Oh, there's Brandon.
Ah! I tried to call him because he wasn't here. Oh, that's it? Oh. Huh.
I'll have to learn more about it. Wait, did Brandon finish his penguin carving?
I don't actually know.
Brandon, today's the 30th. Did you finish your penguin? I don't remember seeing your email in my inbox.
Does he have your email?
I don't know. It's in my email.
I mean, technically, he could have just texted it to you. He has your phone number.
He does have my phone number. He could have.
Plus, he wants to actually send it to us.
Alright. But I need a picture of it for the video.
Obviously.
Yeah, it is a very simple flag. But hey, if you wanted to do something by that, with that, inspired by it, whatever, that would work.
I think somebody should make a donut flag. And I don't just mean like a donut on a flag. I mean a donut-shaped flag.
Why?
Just for a circle that's attached to a stick. It wouldn't flag very well, but it would be funny.
Okay, well, I know who can make that.
Not me. I know how to make circles. I can draw one, though.
You could draw a donut flag. That would be really cute. No, it's not finished, but I can send you a picture of what I have so far. It's so close.
So finish it today.
Somebody's got an alarm going off in the other room.
Not me. It must be Kalani for the water.
For the water. So we have not had the ability to water our yard this year because the secondary water, there was a broken pipe. And it wasn't like the full pipe. It was like the little elbow thing that attaches where the water comes out of the ground. And then it creates the spigot thing from the secondary water. And that was broken. And I fixed it. And then I tried to tell them, hey, can you please come turn on my water? And they did not come turn on my water. So I called this morning and said, can you please come turn on my water? And so they came and turned on my water. And now we are having to water very yellow grass. And hopefully getting it to where it will be safe for fireworks. So. Oh, wow.
Why is it still going off?
I don't know. I wanted to make sure. Okay. Michele said we had to do the pledges every morning to the national, state, and Christian flag in private Christian school. I don't even know if we have a state pledge. We had to do the Pledge of Allegiance, obviously, to the country.
We only did until sometime in junior high we stopped. Like it stopped being required in school.
I don't know what the rules are about it now. I didn't ever do it in junior high or high school.
We did it when I was in 7th grade. I'm not sure if we did it when I was in 8th grade or if that was the first year it stopped. Some teachers would have us do it, but it was not very many. And most of the time I wasn't there for that part of school by that point because I only had like half the classes. We haven't needed to water. So much rain. Oh, Texas.
We haven't had that much rain here.
Independent country.
And I also hear everything's bigger down there. I was going to go change that. If I can. So I will be back. I'm not leaving the live, but I'm not going to be able to see the chat for a minute. No, that's a timer. Magical Mal edit.
I'm undoing everything I've done. Trying a different stitch to see if I'll actually do it then.
By tonight.
Today, we are gathered together today. Love, true love. Oh, it's stuck.
Oh, what's stuck? Okay, sorry.
I'm doing all the stitches to the thing. And some of the stitches were really tight.
How many penguin projects do I have? And Jennifer said she used to live in Texas for about 5 years. I've never even been to Texas. I have only been to a handful of states.
Me too.
But I don't remember how many I have, and so I was going to look on my phone so we can still read. See if I can see how many I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think, I'm not positive, but I think I have 11 penguins. Like 11 people turned in, which is more than I've had. So that's really awesome. I'm excited about that. And I know that there's some new names in there, new to me. One of them, apparently I've subscribed to, but I don't remember her. But I was like, oh my gosh, I need to watch her more because she tagged me in a video and I was like, oh, she's cute. I like her. And yet I don't remember even subscribing to her. So Let's see. Yep, I do have yours, Michelle. I have Jennifer's. I have Angela, who's on here. When I was born, my father was in the Army, so I moved all over, lots of different states. Yeah. So my dad was out of the Army right before I was born. He got really sick when he was in the Army. But my sister was born in California. She died in California as well. She was a baby. And then he got out of the Marines sometime between when she was born in 1970 and when I was born in 1972. And so I didn't get the experience of moving all over the place like some people.
We moved quite a bit, but only within Utah.
You didn't move that much. I mean, you did a little bit, and it seemed like you might get that lifestyle. But then we've been here for 15 years.
I kind of would have rather move around more.
Yep. I have mixed feels about moving around. There are some benefits, and there are definitely some drawbacks. We have some friends that they all lived in Saudi Arabia for a while because of the military.
Yeah.
And that's just crazy to think about. One of my friends in college, she didn't get to see her parents while she was in college because they were stationed in Germany. And one of my other really good friends, she knew fluent Spanish. She sounded like a native because she moved to Guadalajara when she was 2 years old because her mom was an Army nurse. So she lived in Guadalajara until she was like 13 or 14 years old. So she speaks English without an accent because her mom was American. And then she speaks Spanish with an accent because she was learning it down in the native countries. And she was starting to learn it when she was 2 years old. So she has a beautiful accent. And then, of course, she was taking French in high school because it was an easy A. I bet it was hard moving.
I had a friend in junior high who had to move to Alaska for some reason because her dad was moving all the time.
Possibly military, possibly not. Michelle said, my cousins... Oh, Jennifer said... Michelle said, it was hard moving as a child. Jennifer said, especially when you have to pick up and move every 6 months. I've never experienced, thanks goodness for that. But I have moved like every year or two for a while. But I was in high school, so I was a little bit older. And then Michelle said, my cousin's kiddos grew up in Japan because they were missionaries there, and her youngest was born in Tokyo. That's so funny to me. How many people, either because of the military or because of missionaries, are born in random countries that they wouldn't have been otherwise because they are technically American citizens. Actually, how does that work? Is she considered an American citizen, or is she considered a Japanese citizen, or what, being born there? I'm curious. So we got a table, and that was very exciting. We had been sitting around a little table that literally was designed for 4 people to sit around, and there were 6 of us. At one point in time, there were 7 of us sitting around, and it wasn't horrible when the kids were little, but it's definitely been awkward as they've gotten older and as they're all pretty much young adults now. I mean, my youngest will be 16 in August, so, they're big people. They're all taller than me. And then, so this table, we can easily fit 6 around. There's a leaf that we can add in to make it bigger. And we've got 10 chairs. And that was really exciting. And it came to us free. Okay, so Michelle, did she have to apply for citizenship in the United States? Or was that in Japan? Because that's such an interesting dynamic, because if her parents were American citizens and she was born somewhere else, that's so weird to me. Michelle's youngest turned 31 last month. My oldest is 32, so it's weird to think about.
Sometimes during conversations like these, my brain is going, my oldest isn't even born yet. Because I can't really be part of the conversation. Usually I say nothing, but...
That's funny. You're a funny girl. So funny. Okay, so you're working on your head thingy?
Mm-hmm.
I hope it works out. That's crazy. So, I mean, that's actually kind of scary with the way things are, that she would have to apply to be a citizen, even though her parents were. I mean, and for the reasons that they were not in America. It's so interesting. And right now that would make me very nervous. But anyway, Jennifer said her youngest will be 22 in September.
I'm 22.
You are 22.
That's weird.
Yep. I got called a weirdo on Saturday.
Multiple times in a row.
Like, she just kept calling me a weirdo. When I was like, I'm allergic to corn. You weirdo. What else did she say? Everything she was saying. You weirdo. Oh, because I was telling her how I broke out in hives when I was kneading dough, and she called me a weirdo. It was great. She was funny.
When you talked about what kinds of food that corn is in that you have to make from scratch.
Oh, yeah. The sugar, the brown sugar, the powdered sugar, the baking powder that I'll have corn in, so I have to make my own. Yeah, she called me a weirdo.
She's so funny.
Jennifer's oldest will be 42 in October. That's crazy, because I'm 52. That's not that much younger than me. That's when it sounds crazy to me. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm 29.
That's what I thought. Giving me a midlife crisis at 22. What you doing that for? It's not very nice. You've been 29 my whole life.
Pretty much, considering I was technically 29 when I got married.
Exactly.
And you were born when I was 30?
Well, I was born in 2003. Had you had your birthday yet?
No, my birthday's in December.
So you were 29, right?
Plus a year.
$4.29.
So do you guys have your flag ideas? You don't have to participate, but like it's so fun when you guys do. Of course, we're doing the journal. Whatever journals are available, and we have one that will be ready probably next week.
It's not a flag.
It is not a flag, but it is going to be ready, and it is cool. And yeah, I went and found my yarn from my stash for my like she said, remember the thumbs up, so I'm putting my thumb up. Thanks, Jennifer. I remembered to go look in my yarn stash to find my yarn for my flag project, and to find the yarn for even though penguins is over and I will not get it done in time for penguins, I found a really cute little bag tag, or like the things that you hang on backpacks or a keychain or something like that. I found a really cute one to make my grandson, who will start kindergarten next fall, and made him I'm gonna make him a little penguin thing.
He's what?
He just turned 5. He's gonna start kindergarten.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. That's not allowed.
He's gonna start kindergarten, and Edelweiss is going to be in 2nd grade.
No.
Happens.
No.
Happens.
Never happens. They stay babies forever.
Sometimes I wish. Sometimes I do.
One day, Adel's gonna be a teenager, and I'm gonna take her shopping with me.
That will be fun.
And we're gonna do it like an old school movie and be like old money acting like that. Only she's a little too loud to actually act like old money, but I think we could do it.
Who knows what she'll be like then? I mean, she's been living in Washington State. Maybe she's learning to behave differently up there.
I don't remember how to attach this, because I had to undo it. I don't remember what to do.
I would just keep working back and forth and then sew it at the end.
Because I don't remember.
Yeah.
How do you hold the yarn in your hand?
When I'm crocheting?
Yeah.
I just have it go.
You probably have it like this. Or some variation.
I pretty much do that. And I tension it between these 2 fingers. And that's it.
I do this.
Which is fine. Everybody has to find their own way to hold the yarns.
It's the only way that my hand doesn't get tired super fast.
And see, when I try to wrap it around any kind of finger in any way, shape, or form, I end up like pulling the yarn too tight, and then everything's just a fighting game. It's weird. So
this stuff is so hard to see your stitches.
Oh yeah. She is working with Chanel yarn. Very hard to see your stitches. Plus it's
I should not have started with this.
It's also a dark color, which doesn't help.
It's dark purple.
It's pretty. It's also polyester.
Which means Mom can't wear this scrunchie.
I probably wouldn't want to anyway. I'm very particular about my scrunchies.
I'm not sure if I will want to. It's ending up pretty thick already.
Yeah, honestly, with that kind of yarn, the kind of scrunchie you'd want to do is honestly probably to get a hair elastic and work around it, which I can teach you how to do if you want to start over.
Again. Start over again.
I think you'd be happier with the results.
Probably.
Do I have any hair scrunchies in the...
hair scrunchies? Hair ties?
Yeah, hair ties. Do I have any hair elasticy thingies in the drawer over there?
Possibly. I like the sound it makes.
Rip it, rip it, rip it, rip it.
One day I'll do an ASMR channel and this will be one of the triggers. I'll make this whole long thing just to undo it.
That'd actually be really cool.
Yeah.
Not that I would listen. Not because I don't appreciate you and wouldn't want to support you, but because me and ASMR are not friends.
Truth be told, I don't watch your videos, so...
Yeah, but I would do what you don't do, or what you do sometimes. I would put it on silent while I'm doing other things.
I do if I think about it.
Because I would want to give you the view hours, but I don't like ASMR.
I love ASMR. There's one left after this. You need more hair ties? Partially because these ones snap so easily. I go through them so fast because they just snap.
Punch more.
If they're not in the thing.
I thought I bought some. I wonder what happened to them. Oh well.
Oh. This needs to be inflated again. I think there's something wrong with it.
Yeah. Could be. It was cheap off Amazon.
That'll do it.
All right. Oh, look. Lori's here. Hi, Lori.
Wow. That made me look like I just woke up. I mean, I'm in my pajamas, but that's beside the point.
How you doing, Lori?
Ah, there's the end.
Did I get a penguin from you? Or black and white? I don't remember. I know I got our other Lori.
I'm curious how you start your loops for crochet. Because the way you taught me, you said that's the way you don't do it that way.
Oh, yeah.
Because you taught me to do this. To wrap it around twice so that there's a thing and then pull it through.
Yeah, I don't do it that way.
How do you do it?
That's interesting because I've gotten time from having it muted. Maybe it depends. How do I do it?
How do you do it? What the heck?
I make a loop and then pull it through.
Okay.
That's how I do
Now I
it.
understand why you had to teach me a different way.
I taught you a way I found on the internet that I thought would be easier for your young mind to understand. It's okay that you didn't get it done this month. I actually just counted and I have at least 11 entries this month, which is exciting because that's more than I've had. And it's always fun to see more and more people participate in something like this. Are you going to try to do something flag inspired for July? I used Stitch Fiddle to make mine.
Congratulations. Now what do I do?
Okay. You're going to go through and pull up a loop like that and then do a little single crochet around it. So you'll go under the thing and pull it up and then finish a single crochet. Does that make sense?
Maybe. So like this and like this. And then do this?
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Okay.
And then you'll just go until you get a whole bunch.
I feel like this is going to get stuck in my hair.
I think it depends on how tight you put them together, because you'll want them to be kind of scrunched together so that when it pulls out, there's still a lot of your stitches covering it.
So, like, put a lot of stitches?
Yeah. So that when you stretch it, it's still covered.
I probably would have done that anyway.
Yeah. And if it gets all stuck in your hair, then at least you learned how to make something and you can say, well, that was fun. And
I'm excited to try and make the tank top.
Yep.
I hope I have enough yarn for that because it's really pretty.
I'm going to do some experimenting with the watch hours thing and see if it's true that when it's muted, it doesn't count.
I think that partially depends on how you mute it. Because if I'm having your videos play on my laptop, it's usually because my laptop is muted.
That would, and YouTube probably wouldn't know that your laptop is muted. I don't know.
Because technically, while I'm on the desktop doing my writing and stuff, like I prefer to do, I could have my laptop on the side playing your videos.
I'll have to look at that.
Okay, gotta drive.
Yep. She's gotta drive. Be safe while driving.
Yeah.
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 So tell them what you did on Saturday.
What did I do on Saturday? What was Saturday?
Saturday was the day that you got a frying pan.
Oh, the day before Sunday. I see.
Yeah.
I raided a house.
Say that again. I don't think your words came clear enough.
I raided a house.
She raided a house.
Looted the place. Got some neat stuff.
Hand pink waving. Hand pink waving. Hi, Lori.
Oh.
Yeah. So there was a gentleman in our neighborhood that passed away a few months ago. And then his wife, I was overhearing them talking and it sounded like she might have had a stroke.
Oh.
But she got put into an assisted living center and they were giving away stuff from their house. And they basically had a free estate sale. And so we went over and
went through all their stuff.
Got a whole bunch of stuff. There was some knitting supplies.
I got some new crochet hooks.
There was a
actually don't
tatting shuttle. You got a lot of steel ones, but you got some bigger ones too, right?
Mm-hmm. They might have also been steel, but I'm not positive.
Well, the steel ones are the tiny ones. The ones you got were probably aluminum.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
They were silver, I think, if I'm remembering correctly.
Maybe.
Which don't quote me on it. I was gonna bring them to show, but I would have to wash my hands after touching the thing because it hasn't been washed yet. And I think that they had mice.
Or she had wool yarn.
That too, because the kind of reaction is more wool based. The way I react to that than it is mice. Some of the other stuff is more of a mice reaction. So the stuff inside it, I probably need it to be cleaned for wool reasons.
Yeah.
But also the outside, it's probably a mixture of both mice and wool because it was in her craft stuff.
But yeah, it was weird going to somebody's house and just taking stuff. I mean, like, the family was there and they were like, yeah, take it, see it, you know. There was a few things they wanted people to ask about, but it was mostly just
they didn't want people to go down the one hall because they hadn't gone through all the rooms yet.
They had some family stuff still in them. But yeah, so weird. But a blessing to us because we were able to get some of the things that we've been looking for.
Some of the things we didn't even know we were looking for that we were looking for.
Yeah, I'm so excited about the tatting shuttle because I truly actually have wanted to learn how to
You are
tat.
so welcome.
The
only reason it came to this house was because I did not have the attention span to look through the entire box thing that I chose to take with me.
And you took the box, and my thoughts were, I don't have the capacity to look through this. I don't care. And I was going to leave it. And you were like, I'm going to take it and we'll just go through it at home.
And if I don't want something, we can just get rid of it.
Yeah, Chef Larry says that's pretty sad, but I guess that's what my kids would have to do. Yeah. I have thought many times, there's that thing called Swedish death cleaning. And sometimes I look around here because I had to go through all my mom's stuff. My mom was a school teacher. And when she retired, instead of passing her stuff on to other teachers to use, she just kept it and hoarded it, and then the mice ruined it. So after she died, I ended up having to throw a whole bunch of stuff away instead of being able to pass it on to teachers that could use it. And that was really, really hard.
I'm 22 years old and I already look around my room and all of my stuff and like, if I died now, what would I want to keep and like give to people? What would I want people not to have to go through? That kind of thing. Oh, I just changed stitches. Don't do that.
Stoplight. Hi, Linda. Yeah, Lori's driving and she's being safe. Decluttering is hard.
Is it? Because you do it like obsessively. It's hard for me.
Decluttering is hard for most people, but it's even hard for me. But in a different way. And I just wired my brain a long time ago to declutter. But even there, I
get grew up with it, and I still can't do it.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that do. But there's a lot of things I think about that I have that I'm like, what are my kids going to do with this? I think about unfinished projects. If I have unfinished projects, is somebody going to finish them, or is somebody going to
pass them on to somebody?
Is somebody going to unravel them? Like, what's going to happen to them?
I think it would depend on the projects. I would probably be the one in charge of going through all of your stuff and things.
Possibly.
Because although Andrew's the oldest, I don't think he would do it.
I don't know how it would work.
Also, if it were up to him, he probably wouldn't keep very much of your stuff.
Lori says, I start out really well to throw things out, and then it changes to just rearranging things.
That's how I do.
Yeah, I think that's when you need coaches, and not just somebody to come in and coach you through actually cleaning things out, but the mindset behind why you're keeping it. There was, I don't know. She said, did you find any Hero or Gem brand crochet hooks? We haven't looked very closely at what we got.
I wanted to go through more of that stuff, but we were on a time crunch.
There wasn't much worth looking at there.
Plus, I was afraid to touch anything.
Yeah. A lot of that stuff, I think the good stuff had already been taken by, like the really good stuff had been taken either by her to her place if she's still doing it. I don't know if she is, or by other crafters in the family. And then it was just what's left. Because for a crafter,
there wasn't very much stuff.
There was a lot of quilting and stuff. So maybe she just had moved to a phase of quilting. But we haven't looked at that closely at what kind things. Although I do know that there was an older, like how I've got a knitting needle with a cable between them, the circular needle. There was an older one that reminded me of my grandma, and that was kind of fun. Lori says maybe to wear some gloves until you can wash them. while you're looking and cleaning the stuff. I was saying something and I don't remember what it was.
I don't know. She was a quilter.
Oh, she was definitely a quilter, but I was saying something before that. That's gonna bug me.
I don't know. I'm trying to focus real hard on where I'm at on the thing now.
I intentionally put a second spot so it looks kind of plain.
Okay, but like, what do I do now?
Have you gone all the way around? Do you feel like you can put any more in?
Possibly if I stretch it like this.
I would put it.
I've been stretching it and it gets all wrinkly.
Yeah, that's fine.
But what will I do once I have all of them?
You will attach it to the beginning.
But how?
When you get there, I'll tell you how.
You're the one who taught me to think ahead. Now you're telling me not to think ahead.
I will show you how and then undo it and have you do it. Watch a hoarder. Oh, that's what I was going to talk about. I was going to talk about her. A hoarder heart. She was at like the highest stages of hoarding when she started her YouTube channel. And she worked her way down to where she's at a much lower level. And she talks about how hard it was and how she had to look at like the emotional reasons why she was keeping on to things and the childhood trauma and things like that.
Is this somebody you showed me?
I don't know if I've showed you her or not. But she also mentioned Cass.
Cass Clutterbug?
And Lori says she's a butterfly. I knew you were visual. I just didn't know which kind of visual you were.
I don't think I'm a butterfly. For a long time we thought I was, but I really don't think I am.
No, I don't think you are. Amy is a ladybug. I am mostly a cricket.
I'm micro-organized for sure.
So you're probably a cricket.
What's the cricket?
Cricket is the hidden organizer that micro-organizes. Or do you like to see your stuff?
It really depends. For the most part, as long as everything's organized, it's easy to find, it's easy to put away. I want it behind closed doors, but if I don't have a place where I can do that, as long as it's micro-organized, I don't mind it being out, like on shelves.
Well, one of the interesting things about bees and crickets that a lot of people don't realize is they're not always the most messiest, but they can be super messy because they're perfectionists. And so sometimes they will wait until they can put away things properly.
Oh, that's what I do.
Yeah. Chef says she's kind of a butterfly bee combo. Yeah, I kind of have a little bit of the ladybug, but I'm mostly a cricket. I hate labels.
I don't like labels either. The only reason I would have labels is so that other people don't mess up my stuff.
Yeah. Labels, in my opinion, are for the other people. I hate
like labels, even with the spices, I don't need the spices named because I know where they go and exactly what order they're supposed to go in.
Yeah, but if somebody messes them in that order.
Well, at least most people in this house don't cook.
So we were talking about her spices, and Nightbot said, "Aren't you a chef? Yahoo, welcome to the party." But I read pantry. I'm trying to see if there's anything going on besides the highs that I missed. Oh, Jennifer said her mom was a hoarder. My mom was also a hoarder.
My mom is kind of the opposite.
I have to be really careful and stop myself from getting rid of things that other people would want. Oh, Jennifer loves labels. Isn't that funny? I feel like labels are either a person loves them or they hate them.
Part of me wants to go in and put temporary labels in the pantry so that my siblings will put things away where they're supposed to go.
Except for I don't think that they would.
They wouldn't. Amy
I don't
might.
think labels would. Well, Amy would. Amy would.
Kalani would. As long as he knows where something goes, he'll put it away where it goes. Hiram, on the other hand.
And Zach wouldn't either.
No, he wouldn't. Don't understand it. It's OCD for me. It's obsessive. If I go in and I see things are in the wrong place while I'm trying to find something to eat, I will just start reorganizing the pantry because things are in the wrong spot. It's compulsive.
Okay, here's my other question. So Jennifer likes labels. She loves labels, she says. How do you feel about clear containers?
For cereal, it's fine.
But like for yarn, if you were to store yarn. She labels everything and she color codes.
Color coding makes sense. Why am I shaking?
I don't know. You're not hungry.
No, I'm not.
I pretty much make boxes.
Am I randomly anxious for no reason?
Make boxes to group things in, and where would I look for something?
Maybe I'm having a reaction to
Do you watch Dana K. White and her method? I love her method.
I don't watch Dana, but I like her.
Well,
I don't really watch YouTube. Wait, what did I just do?
See, clear so I could see what I have.
It's fine for things like cereal, flour, stuff like that. But to me, just all the things.
Okay, so Jennifer, but would you prefer clear totes or colored tote or like
labeled?
No, she says they all have to be labeled.
They all have to be labeled.
And a lot of people are like that. Clear totes labeled too.
Interesting.
So I'm curious if you care whether or not they're clear or not. And Lori likes clear. She said in her trailer, she took the doors off her cupboards. I have a friend that I've told she needs to do that too, because when she's cooking, she opens all the doors and then it drives her husband crazy. And I'm like, you just need to take the doors off.
My siblings leave the pantry doors open. I wonder if it's a similar reason.
I don't know. But Chef Lori also uses some of Dana. I knew that Chef Lori knew about Clutterbug and some of those.
I did not know that.
I did. We've talked about it before. She's talked about it on her channel. I've talked about it on mine, and she's commented.
Sometimes I wish I watched more YouTube so that I would actually watch these people. But I don't really watch YouTube. I used to.
Doesn't matter if they are clear or colored. They just have to be labeled anyway. See, that is not how I work. I have to... I had somebody be kind enough to buy me some totes so that I could put some stuff in. And I am so grateful for them because I really needed them. However, she bought me 6 clear totes.
Oh, yeah, there's one right here.
I was like, oh, yay. I hate clear totes. I don't. They overwhelm me. I don't. Yeah, it's overstimulating for me to have clear totes.
Okay, Mom.
Wait.
I need your help now.
Hold on. I'm reading the comments. She brought a label gun from Staples. Do you remember the old ones that had was these little tiny strips and it would indent the letters in, and they had ridges and they would be white little letters on the plastic, and then you'd stick them on things that my parents had when I was a kid. See, Chef does a lot of listening more than watching YouTube because she's doing other things, which I get and I do.
I do that with television.
Cassie is hysterical. That's the Clutterbug.
I know who Cass
Yeah.
is.
I call her Cass, so I have to remind myself. Always great story at the end of every video. Yes, definitely. If you watch Cass the Clutterbug, watch to the end. She's got some doozies, man. I've never known anybody to have so many embarrassing situations. She also had weight loss surgery and struggles with that. I remember years ago watching videos of somebody and then finding Cass, and then I realized some of those videos were her. I would not have realized it because she was quite heavy then. And then the clothing dilemma, DYMO. I don't know what DYMO stands for. And whatever. Okay. You. All right. Where's your answer? You're going to go in underneath your little V at the top. And you're going to kind of tug it so it's not too tight. And you're going to pull that through all the way through all of them.
So basically just doing the same thing I just did.
Did you just did that?
No, I didn't attach them, but like...
But the difference is you're going through, pulling it through under here and under here. So you just have one loop all at one time instead of pulling it through and then...
I don't understand what you're saying.
Hold on, I've got 2 more stitches on this row. What you were doing before is you pulled up a loop and then you would go through, you pulled it up and then you'd yarn over and pull through them again. This time you're pulling it all the way through because you were doing a slip stitch to attach everything.
I think I did it wrong.
Yeah. Oh, demo is a label gun. Okay. I think it's fascinating that so many of us are either clear, don't care, or no clear, or labels. They'll tolerate labels or no labels. People are fascinating that way.
Now what do I do?
Do you want to make it thicker than this? Like, so it's longer, like has another row?
I think that's fine.
That's all you want to do?
Mm-hmm.
Then you make a knot by cutting, you'll cut this, pull that through, and then you have to weave in your ends. I don't have scissors in here right now.
Then I'll finish it later.
Okay. What did she say?
I don't want to bug you, but I sent the penguin pictures a couple times because I didn't hear back from you. I wanted to make sure you got them.
Yeah, I got a couple of emails from a lot of people because I didn't reply to emails. I was very busy this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And then today I saw enough to say, yep, got a whole bunch of emails. Some of them twice. That's okay. And I just put everything into my folder. And yeah, so I got yours. I got Jennifer's. I've got Angela's. I've got Linda's. Like pretty much everybody that was on here, except for Brandon, I've gotten pictures here. I'm excited. Except for also Lori, because Lori didn't have time to do it this time. Teacher Lori. Let's see, we've talked about rating. And you know that this month, starting tomorrow, I can't believe July is tomorrow. I can't believe it. It's flag month. So whatever flag inspired anything. And I'm doing an old English flag. And I use Stitch Fiddle because of Lori, teacher Lori. So very excited about that. I probably need to go in and make sure everybody knows that I got their emails tonight.
You're don't with July. She said, I'm don't with July. Well, I make 2 things for July and just have to decorate it.
July. Yeah. I don't know. I have so much going on that I forget to do all of the yarny stuff. But I did finish well, not quite finished. I have to weave in ends.
Chef says
But I finished
too.
a
I
third
used one of Lori's designs.
soap sack. Oh yeah.
Teacher Lori says, I'm home. I'm so glad you use Stitch Fiddle. It's very helpful.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. I found a picture and I'm like, I'm gonna go see if I can get a chart made from this.
Chef Lori, I figured out my pattern now. I just have to make it, says Jennifer. Chef says I need to do my Xmas project for July.
I am doing nothing Christmas in July this year. I'm barely acknowledging the holidays that are in July. As in, I have a daughter turning 18 next Monday. Yeah, she is. She's 18, almost. 1 week, she'll be 18.
Nope.
Devin said there was something I made you that you were looking for. I'll send a quick email. So the person who chose the flags is Deb M, by the way. She is the one that chose the theme. And she has a prize that she's also giving along with our journal that we're giving. So that's kind of fun. Oh, hey, Cheyenne. Reminder, you have a penguin dance to do.
I can't do it right now.
No, I got to record it and put it in the thing.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking about the tail.
I really shouldn't get on lives when I'm half asleep.
So we're gonna have to record her penguin dance, so that will show up in our
Amy
video.
will dance with me.
Maybe.
I'll
Should go like this.
Yeah. It's too bad we can't do the Yeti one because the Yeti one was done by a penguin.
Stop.
I don't think we can do it though. I think that it's copyrighted.
Doing that Yeti stuff. Probably.
Because it's the Backyardigans. I love the Backyardigans. There are some shows that you just never get too old for.
Backyardigans didn't even exist when I was a kid, and I liked it.
That's because it's brilliant.
Lori and Lori are doing Christmas in July projects. I am not. However,
I will never.
Oh.
I don't like Christmas that much.
I have to decide if I'm making any Christmas presents for people this year, because if I am, I better get working on them right now.
I might just make a scrunchie for all of the people who have long hair.
I could make it for Hiram and Kalani anyway.
I could send this scrunchie to Brandon. Because I'll finish it right after the video.
Happy Feet dance.
And he's always looking for a haircut.
I think Happy Feet also is probably things. But hey, I think that's subconsciously why this is called Happy Thoughts.
I thought it was on purpose.
It was not on purpose. But it is funny. Isn't he? He just looks so happy. So I was like, oh, he looks happy. Happy thoughts.
How come everything I draw or make or even perceive ends up being male?
I don't know. I make male things too. Candy's probably the only female thing I have.
I have Ruby. She's a kangaroo rat.
Oh no, Millie's a girl. Millie the snake. Millie's a girl. But most of my stuff is he.
Why do we do that?
I don't know. Michelle, would you like to trade me the yarn you can't use for some of the yarn I have that you can use? Probably. Well, we'll email about it and see what I have that I can send you.
Was Chef here when we talked about the tank top?
No. Cheyenne thinks she's finally found a pattern. What color was that yarn that you...
It was kind of like a salmon-y color.
It's a salmon peach color or something like that. She thinks she might have found a pattern to use to make with that yarn.
I've been very particular because I really love that yarn. But I think I might have found one that I'll actually wear.
Jennifer says she likes the drawing.
Oh, the penguin?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm really excited to show you guys the one that I'm done. I've got the inside pages and I'm working on the cover right now. I've finished editing the line drawing version of it, but we're coloring in the cover. But it's for my daughter whose birthday is next week. So I'm trying to get that done. Hopefully I have the proof on her birthday. That would be extra cool. So she could see it and say, look what we made you. And then she can choose whether she wants a lined one or a blank pages.
She's going to love it.
She's totally going to love it.
This is the first time where a gift actually felt like something that they would love.
Yeah, it is very cool to make something like it and wear it. I actually have a shawl that I made with it's kind of a bluish color, dark bluish.
This one?
Oceany. No. Yes, that one. You can go get it. It's with that bamboo yarn. True Boo, Kaboo, whatever boo. This. And I love I love to wear this. And like, I didn't think I was going to be a shawl person, but I love that.
You are a Michelle.
I am a Michelle. Let's see. I bought my bestie hardcover mermaid journal for her birthday. Oh, that's awesome. That is very cool. Which one did you buy her? 1, 2, or 3? You can tell me which one it is. Here, I got a copy of them. This one is 1, and this one's my favorite.
She says that's pretty to the shawl.
This one is 2, and this one is 3.
Which is so funny because that is not the order I drew them in.
They may not be the order you drew them in, but they're the order they got published in, and that's what matters.
Wish I had time to make a happy feet penguin.
That would be fun. It's going to be weird not having an entry from you this year or this month.
Each month feels like a year.
Kind of. Especially the last one. We literally the entire month of June without transportation.
Chef says I think 1. It is my favorite.
It's my favorite.
Because it's so much more detailed than the others. That's honestly the reason I love it more.
Yeah, our van broke down on May 23rd. And I cried Sunday after my ex left because they hadn't, I don't even know if he's working on it tonight. And I'm just like so beyond frustrated. I just really am tired of trying to find rides when we need to go places. And because of the Utah County bus system isn't great, we can't really use the buses here either. So not loving it.
We'd have to walk pretty far to get on the bus.
Yeah, we have to walk over a mile just to get to the first bus stop. Then, well, if we had to walk to the bus stop people tell me to walk to, that's 2 miles away downhill, which means 2 miles downhill.
I don't even think gets buses that often.
I don't know how it works. It's
because I haven't seen many buses there.
None of the we don't have, a lot of people don't use them because they're awkward. I do to do things for you. Yeah.
Same.
And then because we have to get my son rides to and from work, I get frustrated because I have a couple of people who are like, anytime you need rides, if I'm available. But then I'm like, you just took my son back and forth 4 days last week. I feel bad asking you to do it again this week. And I feel like I can't keep asking the same people, even though those are the people willing to help. It's all weird. And I just want my van back. She says that's why most of my things are on wheels slow so I can move them myself. I remember the first time that I decided to rearrange my bedroom without help. And then I continued to do that. I frequently rearranged. I actually hate the fact that I can't
You could find me in the
rearrange.
middle of the night in high school rearranging my room. I don't think I ever woke anybody up.
I'm not.
Is it close enough to ride a bike? Do we even have any good bikes?
We don't have good bikes right now. They wouldn't take a ton to fix up one. But technically it's close enough. But because you have to go pretty much across the freeway, I don't know if I would want any biking that. Yeah.
I could probably get my health up enough that I could bike to the grocery store.
Yeah. If he worked closer like that, we'd totally have him bike.
Like, I can walk down to the library. I know I can. It's mostly the walk back up that I dread.
Because it's up a hill. We live in the foothills of the mountains.
Yeah.
Let's see. I finally finished Matthew chapter 1 in Old English. When you're having to translate every verse, I do 1 or 2 a day, and I finally finished Matthew chapter 1.
I have been neglecting my Anglo-Saxon studies, especially the scripture study.
That's okay. As long as we keep up with Oswald.
Which we didn't for a while there.
Yeah, we missed. This month just really kind of just messed with everything. But I'm feeling like, I don't know, there's something about getting a table and things. It's like shifting me into productivity now. And I'm wanting to get things done.
I just randomly had the urge to wash the dishes yesterday, and so I did it. But I didn't get to finish, and that messed with my OCD. Because there was a spider that I saw, and then it disappeared.
Oh, I forgot why you quit.
If it hadn't disappeared, I would have just gotten rid of it, and it would have been fine. But it disappeared, and I was like, I don't want to deal with the anxiety. Hey!
Look what I have. This is the stuff that I made that shawl out of. But this is what my son gave me for Christmas this last year. A little Kobu. What is that? Lion brand. And this is what ShiAnne gave me for Christmas. She gave everybody. And check this out. Isn't that so stinking cute? She did little pictures on everybody's socks for Christmas.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
If it wasn't for the bend being right here, you could totally scan that. And
I can probably trace it. That would be fun.
Just do a different, or do the same thing, but look at it and draw.
I mean, that's kind of how I did that one to begin with.
But it's so cute.
I always edit things. Q-tips. It's made with toothpick things. What are they called? Floss toothpicks? I don't know. Hair bands. And then there's the Q-tips that I color-coded so people would know which ones are theirs.
Yep, she gave me Q-tips and dental floss things and hair ties for Christmas.
I made them into little kits so people could make their own bows.
Yeah, and it was fun on Christmas morning sending those around.
Genuinely didn't expect people to put them together right then.
What about making Christmas address books to sell on the channel? That's interesting. I didn't even think about making address books. I thought about like other types of books.
Address books?
Yeah. Like a lot of like people will make like a place where they collect, where they send their Christmas cards and stuff.
We could make calendars.
That would be so cute.
I'm gonna write that one down. That one's a good one.
That would be a fun one.
I'll message it to you.
We're trying to get to where we also look into doing other things like stickers and t-shirts and mugs and some of the other kinds of products with her pictures. But that's still one of those things, like I have to look at my things priority. Do I get this thing done or do I do this thing? And I haven't gotten there yet. So hi Janice. Welcome.
Hello.
Pretty sure I have. Do I? Should just say whose pictures I have.
I have a tiny slinky.
Bunny.
This one's slightly bent and it's annoying.
Linda.
I can only tell when it's laying down. Hook. Would hook be pronounced hook if it was Old English?
Yeah.
Because it's O, and O is O, not oo or O. Ooh, ooh, O, ooh, O. Chef says, I did a search for mermaid journal and yours was on like page 6. Is there a way to get it to come up closer to the top? People buying them?
I don't know how you get it to how. I know if I had money, I could pay for advertising.
Advertisements.
And when you pay, then Amazon puts you up front. If you have more sales, you get put up front. If you've had your store for a while, you get put up front.
Buy all the journals frequently, and then we will get put up front.
So I don't know.
Buy all our journals.
Yes.
You are getting sleepy. You will buy our journals.
She's getting tired, I think.
I started out with brain fog. Address or passwords. A calendar would be fantastic.
Yeah, a calendar would be something that would be offered with one of the other program or other site things, like where you'd make stickers and t-shirts and stuff like that. They would have calendars that you can make. And then apparently Amazon has a merch section where you have t-shirts, pop sockets for your phones, phone cases,
mugs.
So the Amazon has a few things that you can do through their program, and then then there's some other printing programs that we can use. So it's on the thing. I need to get on them because if we can get those up before the fall, then there's chances of them being bought for Christmas. Plus, we need to get our TikTok thingy going.
Does anybody want to help?
No, I don't.
See, I'm really good at coming up with ideas and stuff, but I really don't want to be in the video.
You don't have to be.
I don't want to just record looking at the journal or like just having the journal on screen. I don't like that. I find it annoying when shops do that. They don't show their faces.
Well, then you'd have to be on video.
I know!
We need to get a good picture of us, too. And a logo.
Yeah, that's my biggest problem is that we haven't done a logo yet, so how can I start up a TikTok shop?
Lori's putting us on TV.
Excuse me? Why'd you say it like that?
Because I was like, we're going to be on TV. Kind of like when we put sorted foods on TV.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel wrong to put sorted foods on TV, but it cracks me up to think that I'm on people's TVs.
One day we will be. All the time.
I know that Lori watches on her TV too. The other Lori. Both Loris apparently are watching on TV sometimes. That's funny.
I made it into an 8.
Sorry. Don't mean to be yawning.
I'm into be yawning.
Oh, I was working on a thing. Trying to finish this.
I'm gonna finish the scrunchie and I'm gonna send it to him.
Trying to finish this.
Pretty sure he's not on anymore.
I don't know.
He was really tired. He barely managed to say hi.
Oh. I hear the ding-a-ling-ling of an alarm. Let's see. Okay. Any ideas to help spark ShiAnne to make our logo? Because she doesn't really know what to do for a logo.
It has to be applicable to our business and both of us.
What did Chef say?
I don't know. Yep, if I want to chat during a live, I have to use the laptop.
Yeah. I frequently have people on my laptop. I rarely do YouTube of anything on my phone. Oh.
That scared me.
And they go out the door really, when they go out the door fast, just all the air pressure does that.
Weird.
Yep. It's really annoying when I'm making a video and then I have to edit that out.
Oh, so you decided to do another one?
Yeah, I decided to do it on purpose.
I'm just gonna...
Yeah, but they're not going to go out for at least another half hour now.
Yeah, but if I stay like this... I can't stay like this. This is already hurting my back. I wasn't close enough to it when I leaned back.
All right. Let's see. There was something else we were going to talk about today. I don't remember what it is.
I don't know.
We've talked about
Raiding the house.
reading a house. We talked about...
Did you talk about the stand mixer?
No, I did not talk about the stand mixer. One of the things that we got was a Bosch compact stand mixer thing.
Chef asks, do you want the logo related to the name in the Amazon store? What's the word you want it related to? Oh, well, our business name is Live Fantastical. So something fantastical?
I haven't had any ideas for it. It's the first time I've had some sort of a business thing that I just haven't had an idea for. But I think it's because it's the first time I've had something that was involved somebody besides myself.
See, if it was just for you, I'd design something with a butterfly.
I'm kind of actually over butterflies though, so
Weird.
yeah. It's like it fulfilled its thing.
I don't even know what I would do for business for myself. The problem is our business is so eclectic. It's not just supposed to be journals. We're going to probably sell other things on it too. So, like, Chef says I can't even decide on a logo for myself.
I hear Zach.
Is that Zach?
Mm-hmm.
He sounds so weird distorted through the door.
Mm-hmm. I think if they want to hear about the end of the stand mixer stuff, you're going to have to say it.
Oh, the stand mixer stuff. I interrupted you with the comment. Sorry. It does a weird thing where it turns on and then turns off.
Yeah.
And we're trying to fix it, but we don't actually know what causes it.
I have to reach out to the company and ask them questions.
Look. Try not to touch the yarn. You said it was acrylic.
This is acrylic yarn, which is why you're not supposed to touch it.
Yeah.
Don't touch.
No, donut touchy. That's a character's name. I created a character. His name is Mr. Donut Touchy. And it's spelled do not touch. And then E.
Okay.
Yeah,
Touche.
do not touchy. I haven't actually used him for anything yet, but I'm so going to. Because it's a brilliant name when you read it.
Does anybody have any July 4th plans?
Not me. I know that Brandon and his family do that really scary thing with fireworks. It's, I don't know, they also shoot guns or something? I don't know. I just know that I would not be able to be in the South during the 4th of July or things like it. He already got hit in the side of the head with a Roman candle.
I don't know how to find out how old it is. I found a user manual. The user manual did not help figure out what was wrong with it. Google has not helped figure out what was wrong with it. Going to the casino on Thursday and coming home Friday morning. And then I have a 3-day weekend.
Casino?
Yeah.
I don't know that I would like.
Oh, Michelle's having her granddaughter's 2nd birthday. How fun! And they got to stay home and protect the dogs from the boom booms. Yeah.
Oh, the cats are gonna hate it.
Are they? I don't know. That's funny because the Nightbot just said, "Look what the cat dragged in." It will be interesting to see how they respond to it because we definitely have neighbors that do fireworks. I have hated fireworks since I was 10. And we went to a place that no longer exists. It was called Dirt's Field in downtown Salt Lake. They built the Bees Stadium on top of it, like where it was at. And now I think even the Bees Stadium's going away. And like they moved it to Draper or something like that. I don't know. Daybreak? I don't know. Anyway, while we were there, the ashes from the fireworks from the 4th of July show were coming down, and a lady that was like 5 or 6 feet away from me got burnt with the ashes. And so, besides, I had issues with the noise anyway.
I remember as a kid, my aunt had to cover my ears during the fireworks because I liked how they looked. The sound was awful.
And then when I was like the next year, I broke my arm on the 4th of July because of fireworks.
So much trauma. You poor thing.
So I honestly, if I do anything, it will be because my kids want to do something. And I haven't asked.
Most of your kids don't really like fireworks either.
I haven't asked any of them if they want to do anything for the 4th. I mean, Zach's gonna be making, like he's gonna be cooking bratwurst, but we don't have a barbecue, so it will have to be indoors, which kind of sucks.
Yeah, because the barbecue got all ruined.
Yeah. You know they have disposable barbecuers in England?
What?
Yeah. That's such a weird concept. Angela says that her cats run. And Michelle says, yes, Lori, I have a dog that is terrified of fireworks and thunderstorms. We had both for over a week. Oh, that's sad. Our dog could care less about the fireworks.
I don't even know that he noticed them.
At the end, definitely not. He had hearing issues, but oh, she was saying our cats run and hide. I knew that there had to be more to that sentence. Michelle is the only one in her family that likes fireworks. And I have a friend who July 4th is her favorite holiday. But we just...
I never really cared much about the 4th of July.
Yeah.
And then I had trauma. And now I just don't care again.
Yeah. So,
proves to me my mental health has improved since last year.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, our cats are going to be a year old on
August
4th. So we don't actually know how they'll respond to the fireworks. They were kittens. No, they weren't even born yet.
No.
So, yeah. There. And then I'll put little tassels right there.
I will fist bump you guys as well. Here you go. Okay. If they don't do it fast enough, that's their problem.
Wow.
They can watch the replay, get you another view, and then fist bump me that time. Because they'll know what's happening and they'll know how fast they need to be.
You're such a goober.
I want them to be included.
Do you?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I'm going to put a tassel up here. I kind of tapered the end here at the top. I'm going to put a tassel and I made myself a little bookmark.
You could have just made our graduation tassels. That just occurred to me.
I didn't need to.
But it's so very homeschool.
When I taught the babies class, we had in my church, there's a class on Sundays for 18 months to 3 years old. And then they move on into the other class that's for 3 to 11-ish. And I taught that class for a while. And one of the kids was moving up into the new classes with 3 years old. And so I made, there was a few of them moving up, and I made them little graduation caps and tassels because they were graduating from the nursery class. And one of the little boys, little 3-year-old, the next week said he didn't have to go to church because he had graduated from church. His mom was like,
Oops.
Yeah. So that was fun. I think we need to go. We're gonna, even though it's late, I'm gonna see if we can do kind of a family game night, play a couple games before people go to bed. It depends on how tired Hiram is. I bet you he's been on the computer the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Which means Kalani's gonna be mad because he didn't get a turn. Parenting, man. Parenting.
Teenagers, man. Teenagers. I was not that teenagery of a teenager.
If we took each of you and took the teenagery parts of you, we would have a stereotypical teenager. But it would be like, here's this way, this person, teenagers, this kid, teenagers this way. And you take all of the little bits and you get stereotypical. Because none of the kids are stereotypical, but they all do stereotypical things.
What did I do?
Including you. I don't know how to explain it, but you did stuff that was very teenagery.
Okay.
Zach did other stuff that was very teenagery, and the boys definitely do and Amy does different stuff. Like you all just did different stuff, but all things that I very much consider very teenagery. Y'all just did the teenagery things. And now we can do the young adulty things.
What are those things? College?
Only if you wanna.
I've been debating on it recently.
Okay.
Every once in a while I go into this debating on it thing.
I liked college.
I know I probably would too.
I like learning.
So do I. I liked high school, I liked junior high, I liked elementary school. I always liked school. Angela says, I've enjoyed being in your live. Good night, everyone. Stay safe. Card red penalty, card red penalty, card red penalty.
I wonder what that one looks like. Okay, well, we love you guys. We're gonna go.
Bye.
We're gonna go play cards. I'm sure that's what it was related to. Cards. Probably play a card game, or we're not playing Monopoly. Okay, love you guys. Thanks for watching.
Like.
Bye.
Bye.